Michaela, and the story is when I took a leap a little bit. So, in my life, I am always really busy. Everything I see, I want to do immediately. I'm like, ooh, so exciting, I have to do it. But everyone thinks that because I'm busy, that there's a lot of people in my life. And so they always ask, like, who are you with? I'm like, myself. That's who I'm with because there are not a lot of people in my life. And so I realized that if I'm going to do anything, it's either I spend all of my time recruiting and hoping to scrape through friends to be able to do something, or I'm just going to have to like do it and just hope for the best. So I signed up for forest bathing at the Botanic Garden, and I was like, I don't know what forest bathing is, but I've never done it, I've never heard of it, and we're just gonna do it. So I signed up for forest bathing, and of course I'm alone, and there's a lot of women there with their girlfriends, and there are 2 or 3 women who were like on a trip together from Texas. And so we start off like introducing ourselves. So already I'm nerve-wracked because I'm there to forest bathe, not to say my name and anything else about myself. So I have to say my name and say like which tribe's land you're on. And so I live in Santa Barbara, it's Chumash land. So first hurdle done. So then we've got to walk into the forest, and a woman starts talking to me. Yay, someone has adopted me, like awesome. So we walk down there and we're sitting there, and first exercise is just close your eyes and listen to nature. And I've walked in that garden 5 million times, but I've never actually stopped to like listen to anything or to like think about anything besides like, ooh, this is pretty and I love it here. And it's like such a unique place. Where else do you get redwoods in a small group in the middle of nowhere? Like there's none else around here. So we were sitting there and I had my eyes closed and I'm listening to the birds for the first time and wondering, I feel like I've never seen a bird here. Maybe I like have never looked for a bird before, but they must be here. It is a forest. And by the way, I was there earlier and there were ducks in the stream for the first time. Little side note. I was like so excited to see them. But I feel like forest bathing was the first time I actually like stopped to notice things. That wasn't the whole picture. It was the little things. Yeah. So it was the smell of the trees for the first time and really thinking about like what those smells are, and listening to the wind and realizing there's wind here and not everywhere in the garden. It's just like a breeze here, and listening to the stream for the first time. And it was such a beautiful experience. And then we all opened our eyes and then we stood up. And then we immediately closed our eyes again and spun around until the earth told us to stop. And I was like, okay. So we spun around and then we sat back down when we were in our directions, all facing everywhere. And we were told to share our experiences, which again, I couldn't even share my name, let alone like what I was feeling. And so I feel like I'm really good at like mimicking people. I'm like, I can hear what other people are saying and I'm like, oh, I'll say something like that, like I can do this. But some of the women who were in from Texas started crying. And I was like, oh no. Like that's, I'm not there. There's no crying coming out of me. And I definitely can't deal with them crying. Like, what is happening? Like, I didn't think anyone would have an emotional response to having like 2 minutes to themselves to listen to birds. And I think that nature really can do that to you. Like, you can sit there and enjoy creation and listen to birds in the breeze and smell trees and be grateful for existing and grateful for what's around you and want to keep that and have that feeling all the time. So they were crying, and then as we kept going, it was kind of like the same situation. So one of the exercises was to just pay attention to your footsteps. And so we would walk, paying attention to our footsteps, and then we would sit, and it was sharing again. there must have been like 10 opportunities to share, all with different prompts. And one of them was to like say thank you to something in nature. So I picked a tree and I think I told it, thank you for growing. I was like, I can't think of something to thank. But at first it was kind of like, okay, like I have to do this. But as we kept going, I was like really genuinely like thanking trees for being there and thanking them for having leaves that were so beautiful. And you know, the entire time people continued to cry and I still was not there. But at the end, I was really glad that I went and got to experience that. And now when I go to the garden, I try to at least stop for 1 second and feel something and look around. And that's something that I've really carried as I've like gone on in my life. And it's been, I think, like a year and a half since that happened. But when I'm in a garden, I actually like stop and look at the flowers and appreciate them. I smell them. I'm now addicted to rubbing sage. I'm not sure if you're allowed to do that. I secretly, I rub the sage anyway and smell it, and I'm so excited. I'm like, thank you, sage, for being here and being so amazing. And thank you, nature, for being here and giving me a place to feel safe and calm and where I can appreciate the world, and also like where I can feel brave and I can put myself out there. And it's okay that I'm by myself. But nature's there, and today I got to see ducks.
So lovely.
They were so beautiful. God, I've never loved a duck so much in my life.
Oh, Michaela, thank you so much for sharing such an eloquent way of walking us through this journey of really connecting with nature in a way that you had never experienced before. And I could smell the trees because I know exactly where you were walking, so I could see it and feel it and smell it and feel it. So thank you.
Yeah, thank you so much for doing this. I wanted to do it for a while, and since I am like so shy, I'm like, I cannot do that. But for some reason I've been on like a bravery kick. Like, I went to writing in the galleries at the art museum, and I wrote a poem and I shared it. And people liked it, and I was like, wow, I'm like out here doing things.
Yes, you are. It's that, I love that, the bravery journey, and you shared the bravery journey of your experience in nature, and I hope that it continues to light up other people, because we can be a light for others even if we're shy. And sometimes just shyness takes some time to easily say, I don't need to be shy today. Oh, I'm cautious. Oh, but that's okay. Nature's got me. I loved how you said that. Nature is keeping me safe. I mean, and we know that people can get hurt in nature because nature is going to do what nature does. It's usually, us that are doing something in nature that's not working out for us. But the concept, the connection to it is like, that's safe. So that means that's really embedded in you to be so brave and take these leaps.
I can do it.
I know. I'm so proud of you. I'm like really so proud of you doing this. Like, way to go.
Thank you. I'm super proud of myself too.
That's the best part.
Killing it
yes,
today.
You are killing it today. Way to go, Michaela. High five, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. Thank you, Danny.
We have all received a gift. An expected or anticipated gift for a birthday, anniversary, retirement. Each time we receive that gift, whether it meets our expectation, we feel something. Happy, sad, disappointed. The gifts that are unexpected, unconditional, small or large, have the potential of changing the trajectory of a life. Someone pays for your groceries when you're out of money, leaves you a big tip just when you think you can't afford your rent. Those are the gifts that ease our fears, make us grateful, and want to help others. This is a space where we share how those gifts, big or small, make a difference and change our lives. Welcome to the Starfish Connection.